right, countdown is ended. I think we're live.
Are we live? Let's see.
Should be.
Cause you don't be all right.
Hey,
We
I
good.
checked everything like 3 times today.
Did you? All right. We good on IG.
We're good on IG. Okay, we're good on YouTube. Yes. All right. Well, let's get this party started. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Tit for Tat podcast. My name is Carolyn. I am one of your hosts.
I am Jay Moore, and I'm the tip for tat, and she the tip for tat, and we go tip for tat all day long, every other Tuesday. We have one of my favorite co-hosts, Tiffany's here, and we have three beautiful young ladies who are here to provide some great commentary on young love. They are Jay Lee, Heaven, and Ashley. Welcome to Tip for Tat Podcast. Woo!
Well, that was quite the introduction. I want to give the young ladies just a quick opportunity to introduce themselves and give us a little bit of background, and then we'll jump right into tonight's topic, which is the future of Black love, part 2. Last
The ladies
episode,
edition.
not last week. The ladies edition. Last episode, we had a panel of young gentlemen. They were all around the same age as these young ladies here are tonight. So I'm excited for them to get an opportunity to share things from the ladies' perspective. And we'll start with Heaven in the corner. Want to introduce yourself and give a little bit of background?
I'm Heaven. I'm 11th grade. And I'm really excited to be on this. It's my first time doing a podcast.
Yay, we're so excited to have you. Jaylee.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Jaylee. I'm in the 12th grade. Little bit of background. Not too much. I just like having said first podcast. I'm excited to be on it. Thanks to Miss Alexander and the rest of the folks I just met.
Well, we are so happy to have you. We can
Absolutely.
only see your eyes though. Can you? We need to see more face. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Thank you. And last but not least,
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm 18 and I'm a senior. And as Jaylee and Heaven said, my first podcast, and I'm happy to be with y'all.
well, welcome, ladies. I'm super excited to have you guys. I have at some point taught all of these young ladies, so I feel like I know them pretty well. And I think that they're going to give us some great perspective. Sometimes we have conversations about things like this. And it's very interesting to see. And I know last episode, the fellas had quite a lot of things to say about the ladies, and it wasn't very good at times. And so I definitely want to dig into that a little bit. Going to give you guys an opportunity to kind of like speak your side of things. But I want to start off with what Black love is to you. So there's no particular order anyone can go, but what is Black love to you?
There's no right or wrong answer.
Definitely not.
It can be whatever you think.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. So, Black love to me, it just basically means like loving yourself no matter what. I'm Black, I'm beautiful, and I'm proud of it, and I just love myself.
Interesting. All right. Jaylee, Ashley.
Mm, I could kind of feed off what she said. Yeah, that's basically what Black love is. Basically, I don't really got a lot to say because she basically said it. But yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into it more. Ashley, what do you think Black love is?
I think Black love means like about love, and yeah.
They so shy today, like they
I
don't
know.
be talking
Do
all
you all
soft
think
all the time.
do you all think black love is only inward, as in just for yourself? Is there a possibility that black love um exists outside of you for somebody else?
Yes, I think it is
Yes.
outside.
Oh, you want to expand on that? Do you are you in a relationship? Because we know this is a podcast about relationships.
No, I'm not in a relationship, but I'm talking to somebody.
Okay.
Okay.
And when you get and do you ever think about maybe there's a possibility you could ever love this person?
Yes.
Okay. Does that scare you?
A little bit, yes, because what if I put my all, like giving my all and like my love, and to the end of the day is just I don't get it back, or like
O-
what if I give
Okay.
it?
And that scares you?
Yes.
I think that's a
Let's
valid
put a pin
concern.
in that. Is that for everybody?
Yes.
What
So
scares
this,
you about it?
yeah.
What scares me about it is like what would happen to like to me after. What would it do to me after the relationship?
Why are you assuming that there's going to be a after the relationship?
Like let's say like me and that person is no longer together, right? Then it's like you have to like kind of restart over again because it's like that person's not there, so it's kind of going to be different because you got used to that person being there.
So do you feel like there is a like do you only feel like you can only love one like if you love one person like and it doesn't work out, do you think you can't ever love again?
No, I don't think that. No.
Okay.
I think if that doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Maybe there will be somebody else to give love to that will want it.
Okay. And then so if you think there's love beyond this person or there could be somebody else, is it the fact that if this one doesn't work out or the love doesn't work out, does it make you feel? Are you afraid of what it make you feel like? Do you feel embarrassed? What is it that we're afraid of when it comes to?
When it comes to it, I feel like I'm afraid of getting played, like kind of like it's like oh I put so much effort into this, to the end of the day it didn't like go anywhere.
So is the embarrassment? Is that all, ladies? Does everybody agree on that? Is it about the embarrassment? Is it about I
Yeah,
got played and all my friends know about it, the school knows about it? Is that what we're afraid of?
yeah, that too. And like I know, like I've been in a relationship to at a point where I put my all into that person and me and that person no longer talk. But I feel
I think we're
I
having
was
trouble
in it.
hearing you. Or is that me? I'm sorry, I
Jayleen, you
didn't
gotta
cut
take.
you
I
off.
think you put your hand over your mouth and then the mic. You gotta speak up a little bit. We couldn't hear you. We didn't catch that.
Can y'all hear me now?
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, so I was basically saying that too, and like you know how like basically I was saying was I was in a relationship at some point with somebody, and it was it was a while. So when I put my all into that person and they no longer talk to me, it's like now I feel like I'm in that depression stage. Like I don't want to feel like I'm always in the wrong in every situation. Like yeah,
Wow. So there's a feeling that you blame yourself if it doesn't work out, or you feel like there may be something wrong with you.
yes,
Wow, that's no different than some of the adults. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's exactly what a lot of adults. I think we feel the same way. I'm interested to know, like, when you guys say get played, though, because just because the relationship ends doesn't. Well, I guess when I think of the word get played, that means somebody did you wrong and they, like on purpose or like they didn't really care like that, right? And but I don't think that that's necessarily like they weren't being serious about you when you were serious about them. That's how I interpret getting played. um but just because the relationship ends doesn't mean that you got played necessarily. Or would you guys just say if the relationship is over, then now you're feeling like you got played regardless of it
yeah.
if
Because
it's
I feel like if you play with me, like if you know you did something wrong, it's like you playing with my feelings. Like why play with my feelings and just keep it 100?
but doesn't everyone make mistakes?
Yeah, everybody makes mistakes, but at the end of the day, I feel like people know what they do. at the end of the day, they know what they're doing. So like that's
If
that's
you know that's gonna cause, if you know that's gonna cause like somebody to like feel some type of way, then just don't do it. Like,
So you guys give men, boys or young men, a lot of credit off the break, huh? Mm, something else these ladies do is no different than the adults. Um, I'm 47 years old, and I know probably 3% about women. And I've been around for a lot longer than the young men y'all been around. So they know a lot less. I wouldn't put a premium on what they know or think they know what they're doing. But that's a whole different story. But I understand where you're coming from. Um, believe it or not, they're all just as afraid as you to get played. That's the irony. They're just as afraid to get played as yourselves. Um, and so now you have, I'm sure you all been to a middle school or high school dance where the boys are on one side and the girls on the other, and y'all are just staring at each other. This is what this is. You have a you got you got the ladies and the boys standing on two sides of the gym, staring at each other because nobody's afraid to really commit because we're all afraid of getting played. And so nobody's talking to each other, and nobody's really being or is afraid to really be vulnerable. And so, what do you think happens as we uh, move along and get older? Because it seems as though you all in your age group, there's less interaction from a relationship standpoint. Are y'all okay with that? Is that normal? Is that, like, how do y'all feel about that? Because it doesn't seem like it's going to be conducive as you get older.
Hold on, can you like re-ask the question?
Yeah, let me rephrase it. Are you afraid of? Would you be okay if you never got married or never had a lot of relationships? Period, just for the rest of your life. Would you feel a certain way?
Yeah,
Do you
I
feel pressure
would.
to get married?
Say it again?
Do you feel pressure to get married?
No, I don't feel pressure to get married. It's just it's
I
like
just think
almost
it will come when it needs to come.
yeah.
Or like the
if
time,
not,
and
that's
that
God
be
telling me not to get married.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so
Wow.
I just want to make sure that I understood that part. So you guys are saying that you don't feel any pressure to get married. It's not something that you're really concerned about or thinking about right now. You guys, do any of you want to get married? Like want to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so everybody wants to get married.
But
Oh,
there's
that's
no pressure to, like, at any time. Like, there's no pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no pressure.
And if you never got married, how would you feel? I know this it's hard to kind of paint that picture, but what if you never got married?
I might kind of feel a type of way.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would kind of feel sad.
Yeah,
Like
like dang, I didn't get married. Like I didn't have the
someone I could
big,
have like for the rest of my life.
the
Mhm.
big wedding I want. Like I didn't get it. Like damn.
so
Yeah.
you feel like you'd be losing out if you didn't get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Well,
Losing out on a wedding or losing out on a relationship? Because those are two different
Both.
things.
Both.
those are two different things.
A good
Both? Okay.
relationship and a nice wedding that comes with it.
Yeah. I agree. Both of
Okay.
them.
Well,
All right.
what does that look like to you guys? Because I know as young women, we are from a very young age, we are fed Disney fairy tale princess movies all the time. Like we grow up wanting the big wedding and the Prince Charming to come and like rescue us, and then we go and live happily ever after. And I haven't even been married, but I can say with full confidence that it does not work like that, ladies. It certainly doesn't
No,
work like that. Okay,
no.
so I guess what are the challenges that you guys are facing in your relationships? Like, what are the boys doing that they shouldn't be doing? Let's talk about that.
Communication.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
communication.
Yeah,
You
I
should.
think that was number one on their list too, huh?
I feel
Hmm.
you should communicate. Is like if you can't give me like a 5 second response, like a message that you're busy, or like you can't communicate, like you're not telling me how you feel or what's going on with this relationship. Like I don't feel like
What does communication look like for you guys? Is it only on the phone via text? Is it face
It's
note,
conversations,
voice
face to
note?
face conversations.
yeah, face to face conversation.
Yeah,
So being in
How you're
person.
feeling, like how you're feeling. Like tell me if you're mad. Tell me if you're like upset with me,
because
or even if it's like something that you want to do that I've probably turned down by accident. Like just talk to me.
So what are they when they're not doing those things? Are they just like shutting down? Are they just like ignoring? What's happening with that?
keeping their distance,
What does
Um,
that look like?
like not being on the phone every day, like stuff like that.
And when that's happening, how do you guys feel?
I feel like it's kind of like a type of way because it's like you feel you should like at least tell me how you feel or something, then keeping a distance.
Do you all do that for them when you feel upset or mad at them? Do you approach them and communicate effectively and let them know off the break how you feel, or do y'all? I'm gonna wait a day, or
How do you
how?
guys see by the reaction? That's
I know I peeped that.
wait, so like you see, like I'm not good with communicating, but I would never ever. I don't do this to my boyfriend. I don't like cut off communications with him if I'm like in my feelings, even though he done nothing wrong. I don't cut off communication with him, and I don't like react off of him. But he can tell when I'm mad, and I just tell him like the brief thing that made me mad, and I need my space. Other than that, I don't really talk.
so you
Okay.
communicate to him how you're
That you
feeling.
need space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you need space. But you know what? Men, I don't feel like men, grown adult men, do that. Like I don't feel like they communicate that they need space. Like what I find interesting with the show, the last episode with the young men, they seem to be very much in tune as far as communication is concerned. Like they are actively communicating. Um, but it sounds like from you guys' perspective, they're
It
they're
ain't.
not doing a good job at communicating. Um, and
No.
so I find that extremely interesting because I feel like when they spoke last episode that it seemed very much like that they were not good communicators, but that they did a good job of kind of being able to have dialogue.
Yeah, I got that feeling too, but maybe not. So, is there any grace to? So let me. Not everybody's going to communicate the way you would like them to. Is there ever the discussion with the guys or with your boyfriend, or whoever, and say, "Listen, I know you may not express yourself the way I want you to, or like me, but can you explain to me or tell me how you express yourself when you're upset, or what do I need to do when you're upset? Do I need to give you space? Like, how does that work? Do you guys have that conversation?
Yes, I do. The person I'm talking to right now, he barely okay, he barely communicates. But I come to him and tell him if it's like any way he expresses his feelings or any way that he like communicate, then the way I want him to.
Has there ever been a time when y'all made fun of a young man for expressing himself and called him vulnerable or sassy?
No.
Okay, okay, all right.
But you guys, that word is I hear that word a lot in the building, so it's getting
Sassy?
said. Yes.
Okay, but
Saying that.
Wait,
bec-
wait,
okay.
wait a minute.
Sometimes I do call. Sometimes I do call my friends sassy, but it's just like the way they act, kind of like.
Okay, let's get into that because
Let's get into it because
don't
this might explain some things. So why do you label a young man sassy?
Okay, for example, when I say something, they be like, they just give me a sass into it.
What like what
Like,
what
like not a
what do you
sass.
mean?
I don't know how to explain it, but it's like,
It
let me
doesn't come off like kind of feminine.
yeah,
Is that what it's saying? It comes off a little feminine. Okay.
yeah.
Is it the voice, their tone, their movement? What is it that makes it sassy?
It's the movement, like
Okay.
their movement.
Heaven, what do you say to that?
I know what you laughing about, Heaven.
No, it was just funny. Cause my boyfriend does that too sometimes, and I just be giving him a look, cause like sometimes he'll move about, and I just be like, really? Cause he'll like move like a female, and I'm just like, oh my god, Lord jeez.
Okay, so I saw someone put in the chat simp. That's another word that's used. If not sassy, that simp is used a lot in at y'all's age. And I'm just curious, like, how do we, young ladies, how do we expect the young men to feel comfortable communicating if when they communicate and express their feelings, they are looked upon as sassy, soft, and simps?
They laughing.
No one has
Jay,
anything to
talk to me,
say.
Jaylee. Talk to me. I want to hear from you. What you think?
uh, say it one more time, Miss Alexander.
I said, how do you guys saying you want the men to communicate, the young boys to communicate, right? But I'm saying, how do you guys expect them to communicate how they're feeling when they express how they're feeling? The way that they do it is looked upon as soft, simp, sassy, and these kind of like negative terms. Don't you think that influences their desire to want to communicate how they feel?
Yeah, it makes sense now that you're saying that.
Yeah, I mean, because I think that's something also that, as you get older, like it, it's just this like underlying ideal that men who are able to express their emotions openly, freely, or are in some way less masculine. Um, and I think that it doesn't just come from the ladies. I think it comes from friends too, like other men. And Jay, maybe you can speak to this a little bit more because it's like I hear the boys teasing each other a lot at school. And they'll say, "Oh, like if somebody's on their phone with their girlfriend too much or something like that, then it's like, oh, you're soft." Or if someone is going through something with their girlfriend, it's like, "Ah, suck it up." They say it in terms that are not as appropriate as what I'm trying to communicate it here. But the point I'm trying to make though is it's negative. Like they're getting that from the ladies and they're getting that from other men. So I feel like
The,
that's a double edged. Go ahead.
to answer your question, masculinity in its in its in its energetic form, the idea of it is not always defined by men. It's always defined by everybody else, the ladies usually, right? Or gay men, or this and the third, or gay women, or whatever. Masculinity is never defined by the men themselves. And what ends up happening, especially when we're younger, we don't really we get an idea what masculinity is from our fathers based on things that we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to act. But that doesn't always translate because what ends up happening is that it lacks. It's heavy on bravado. It's heavy on security and protection and quote unquote being a man, and not a lot of explanation on being able to explain or talk about your feelings in a constructive manner. Conflict resolution, right? We don't always know how to deal with conflict, especially if you live in neighborhoods that usually, when I was growing up, required that you resolve conflict with your hands. It was never about talking it out or being a man and standing up and saying, you know what, uh, let's just talk this out. So it really depends. Like masculinity takes on a definition that is never defined by our own masculine energy. And so if I'm trying to be a man to my girl and my friends deem that or women deem that as not being masculine, what ends up happening is that it gets downplayed. And we're always afraid of looking like a simp or being played in front of our friends, especially in school. So we shift and end up playing into that. And so what ends up happening is that the people who get hurt are the two people in the relationship because I'm not comfortable enough to communicate the way I feel and defined by me. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
What are some? Let's do a quick little shift. Let's talk about some factors that have kind of influenced or shaped your images of what love looks like. Relational love, not self love. That's important, but that's kind of not what we're talking about at this moment.
Mm.
So how do you know you're in love? What is it? Have any of you ever been in love before?
If
I
not, it's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah, me too. I
Like,
don't know.
no.
Got boyfriend, but like I don't know for real.
Okay, that's okay if you
They
have or
look like you a
haven't.
little stressed over there. Jayla, you good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
They look like she going through it.
um, yeah, it's okay if you haven't been or if you don't know. I mean, you guys are still so young, have a lot of life to live and things to experience. But it's
And that's
okay.
not new. We didn't know neither. We didn't know neither.
Yeah,
We had a lot of likes, a lot of likes.
Yeah, we had a lot of heavy like.
not heavy like. Um, I agree with that. Okay, so what factors have influenced like what you believe love to be?
I think love would to be to me like as a relationship. I feel like in a relationship, there's always ups and downs. But yeah, but the two partner like still sticking through it no matter what. So there will be a lot of ups and downs. But if you really want it to work, then y'all can make it work. Nothing is not impossible. Like you can make it work if you really wanted to.
Okay, so it sounds like what you're saying is you have to be committed
Yeah,
to.
if you really want it, then it could work.
So then we
That's a
have
good
to.
attitude.
So then we have to be forgiving, though, right?
Yeah,
Because you could
a lot
people
of
can make
people,
mistakes.
a lot of people do make mistakes, but it depends on what mistakes they make.
What mistake can
How do
you
you
make?
know when somebody makes a mistake and it's intentional versus by accident?
It depends on the kind of mistake they do. Like
If they
let's
do it
say,
more than once,
Now,
yeah,
do you have, if
Okay.
you have like rules, are there like, these are my,
Non-negotiables.
yeah, non-negotiables, and if someone crosses this line, That's it.
Yeah.
Would you like to share them? That's what we're getting at.
I feel like my number one is like being disrespected. Like I don't know, no human being wants to be disrespected, so I feel like disrespected.
What is that? What is when you say disrespected? Do you mean like in by the way
Calling
somebody?
out the name.
Yeah, like is
Out
speaking
like
to you
like
crazy, or flirting with other girls in front of you, or like what? Like what?
calling me out my name, like and saying like yeah, calling me out my name.
Okay, absolutely. Heaven, I feel like you wanted to add something.
My non-negotiable, you gotta be passing your classes. Like,
Okay, yes, Queen.
I don't date no
Oh,
dude
you
who
want to
don't
you
pass
want a
none of his
smart man?
classes. I don't want no dude who can. If you can't top my grades or match my grades, we can't be together.
Ooh.
You don't want no dummies then, huh?
I
Wait a
love
minute,
that.
Hey,
what's
we
this
can't be
mean? What's
brokey.
this
Oh,
mean?
We can't
okay,
be
guys, you gotta tell
brokey.
him what this means because we don't know. We're older. Well, I know because I work with kids, but can y'all communicate what that means?
I was good, but
What's that mean? You agree?
Yeah, you're speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right,
We can't be with
let
no
him cook.
brokey.
Let him cook.
No
He
brokey.
okay,
cooking.
okay.
No
So wait a minute.
brokey.
So on tip for tat, we get spicy every once in a while. Tell me about the men in your school. Are they smart? What like are they cool? Can you get with them? Is it what's going on with the guys at the school? Cause what's up?
At the school, there's different kinds of boys, if you could say. There's like
Okay.
all different kinds.
Well, what do
So
you
hold on.
like?
They told us the women at the school only like them if they light skin and their hair is in twists or dreads. If they don't have dreads or twists or they're not like a YN, they're not gonna get no love.
And they gotta be tall. Don't forget that
And
one.
they gotta be tall.
Okay,
Yes.
I can say about tall. I want a person that's taller than me because I'm 5'2", and I do not want nobody shorter than me. Like I don't want nobody shorter
But
than me.
does he have to be like
No, he don't
tall, like
be
over
super
6 foot,
tall.
or just taller than
He
you?
doesn't have to be super tall. He could be like at least taller than me, but not super tall. Not super tall.
Heaven.
But does he have to be light skinned? Can he be brown skinned? Can he be dark skinned? What's the hair have to look like? Cause the boys was like, if you don't look like a YN with twists, you ain't getting no love, and you got to be light skinned.
I feel like for me, I don't have a type because I did talk to a light skin, I did talk to a dark skin, I did talk to like a brown skin, so I don't have a type. So
Okay.
What attracts you to the young men that you date? What do you like about them?
what I like about them is like the way they treat me, like the way like they care.
Okay.
Okay. Heaven, what about you?
Sorry, can you re-ask that question? I was Can you re-ask the
What do you
question?
What?
I'm
like
sorry.
about
Yeah.
what do you find attractive in a young man besides we know you like him smart, which is great. Okay, Queen. But what else?
Looks wise.
What is you find attractive?
Yeah. Looks wise.
Look wise,
Yeah.
I don't really know about looks. I don't have an ideal guy. I don't care about like race or none of that. I just happen to be dating a black guy. Um, well, he does gotta kind of be cute and handsome. Like I gotta admire him, obviously. But like
Admire his looks or admire him?
his looks.
So you have to. Okay. So attraction. Got you. Okay. Jaylee,
Yeah.
what's up? What it got to look like, Jaylee? You hear us?
What you say? My bad.
What? What? You multitasking. What is your ideal guy got to look like? What are you attracted to? What does he look like?
Looks wise,
Yeah.
uh, I'll probably say like good hair. Like, I don't know. You gotta have some good hair.
Good hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's good hair mean?
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but people hair be nappy, and like, if you don't like, not even trying to say it like that, but like, I want somebody that can take care of their like hygiene, like, could, like, be able to keep
Mhm.
up with themselves. Like, I don't want nobody that could just wake up, throw their clothes on, and just go out the house looking like who did it am I. So yeah.
So good hair, well put together.
Hmm.
Do you care about height?
No,
No.
no.
You sure?
As long as nobody's taller than me, I'm okay.
You don't want anyone taller than you?
Nah,
Oh, okay.
Really?
Interesting dynamic.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
And you want a man either your height or shorter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's rare.
That's a first.
Is there a reason for that?
No, not really.
No, not really. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I had a good question and I lost it. I'm so annoyed at myself.
Is there a short limit? Can he be like 4'4"?
No,
Stop it.
he
Okay.
can't be. No, he can't be that short.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about social media for a second. How do you guys think that social media impacts dating and relationships?
Well, hold on. I, they were born with social media. So I don't think they know a life without it.
They don't know what?
A life without it.
Oh,
It
right,
even doesn't
right. It's
impact
No,
me.
no, it does.
I
But what
want
I'm
to know.
saying is, what can you compare it to? You've never not had social media.
I don't think you necessarily have to compare it to. I just think that you can look on social
But,
media and see.
yeah, go ahead and answer the question. I'm curious because yeah.
Mhm.
Re-ask the question. Not re-ask the question. Re-ask the question.
What are your thoughts on how social media influences dating and relationships from your guys' perspective?
Mm,
What kinds of stuff do y'all see on social media? Y'all always on them phones. No, don't nobody know nothing. See how they did? They always
no,
don't
no.
put.
Yeah, don't act like y'all live
Hey,
on your phone all of
I
a sudden y'all
look.
know what's going on.
I've been fighting with Ashley and Jaylee all year about this cell phone. All year. Like I just
So
gave up.
don't act like y'all don't know what's going on the
I
phones
do not.
now.
I do
Don't
not
act
be on
like it.
social media like that. I do not be on social media like that. Trust me.
Okay, so
I
you're
don't.
not on social media like
Like
that.
social media is very messy when you're in a relationship with the person because there's like I feel like it's just too messy because I feel like if you're in a relationship, I wouldn't have social media myself.
Tilt your camera, sweetie, so I can
Really?
only see your.
So so you would get on social media while you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't be on social media. No, my social media would be off if I'm in a relationship.
So so the young man you're dating now, if y'all become girlfriend boyfriend, are you gonna get on social media?
Yeah.
Oh.
And is the expectation that he gets off social media as well?
Hmm. Good question. But I feel like to have a better relationship with somebody, plus we're in high school, is really messy. So I feel like to have like a kind of stable relationship is being out of social media because social media is very messy and that's how you could get like more problems into your relationship.
What kind of messy things are you talking about? Can you be a little bit more specific?
Like, mm, it's like a lot of things. Like,
Like when he posts another girl.
yeah,
How do
or
you post another girl when you're in a relationship with somebody?
girl,
Exactly. Like it could be his friend.
Yeah, like
I
these.
don't
I
post
don't know.
nobody but my family. I don't post
The
nobody but
world
my
we live
family.
in,
they post their
Can
best.
he like another picture of a girl?
no, everybody know everybody. I promise you not. Like when you post this person, it's like, oh,
Oh,
oh, you know who that is, or oh, I used to talk to that person. Like social media is so messy. Like everybody know who everybody is.
Exactly. Like I
Can
don't
I
post
like
nobody
another
but
can
my
I like
family.
another picture?
Depends.
He
Depends.
said,
Like if I know her,
Jaylee is
if I
no
know
with
her
it.
as well, then yes. If I know her as well, then yes. But if I don't know her, you just liking random girls' pictures that I don't know about, then no.
I'm gonna say yeah
Yeah.
because I like people. I like people post. So I'm gonna say yeah. You could go ahead. I don't care. I do it too. So
Okay. You fair game with it, then. Okay. You
go
equal opportunist.
ahead.
Jaylee, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like Ashley. I do the same thing, so I can't really stop you from doing what you're doing because I do the same exact thing. Like,
Okay.
I guess we.
So to provide y'all some perspective, and I would love to hear this part. For us, prior to social media, if the only women or girls that I saw were either girls in my neighborhood or the girls I saw in my high school. Now, I played basketball, so maybe at away games I saw different girls, or maybe when I went to the mall, I may have seen different girls. But for the most part, my world was very small.
Mm.
Social media opens you all up to the world, not just folks in your high school, in your neighborhood, but other high schools you have access to, other states, other countries. Do you feel like that affects your interaction? Because for me, it was limited. So I had to kind of deal with what I saw all the time. You guys don't have to necessarily deal with, somebody that maybe in your neighborhood at your high school. How do y'all deal with that? Does that affect your choices when it comes to dating?
No.
So do y'all stay local? Do y'all keep it? Because social media opens up doors that we
Well,
never had.
social media is like around the world. Like you could see or meet new people, then not just where you live or high
Right.
school. So yes, open.
Me
Does
me
that affect how
personally,
you feel with your boy? Like, listen, you can be replaced.
He could. It's
My
like
DM, my DMs, my DMs is loaded.
he
open,
could. He could
open
be for
I
play.
don't
doors.
talk to other people.
But
I don't follow nobody but my friends, my family, and like random people that I don't never talk to.
Okay.
I could.
Just to go
I,
back and see their posts. Like that's it.
Is your page private or open?
Private.
Okay.
Open.
I could my account. Okay, so I have two accounts actually.
Oh,
All
you got
of
a burner
So
account.
you are.
all of them
I
got
do
burner
too. I
accounts.
do
They all
too.
have burner accounts. Trust me.
Yeah,
No,
sure
Because
do.
no.
I have like my main account and that's public. Like that's it's not. But I have a spam and spam is like I really post a lot of things that I wouldn't post on my main. But
Like
that's
what?
Like life, my
yeah,
life, like
like
what
life
I do, but not like what I do behind closed doors, but like, everybody don't see what I do
on
at
my
home or like when
spam.
I'm out. So it's like
And in
that's.
my spam, I could really be myself. Then I wouldn't be on my main.
Mm-hmm.
So who follows you on the spam
Like
account?
on my
Friends.
like your close people, like the people you're close with,
Oh,
because not everybody's supposed to be in your spam, because you don't trust a lot of people. So it's like better to have close.
So I'm hearing you say that you have a burner account or like a spam account, and that is where you are the
the
real
real
you,
you.
right? So what makes us hesitant to be the real us all the time? Oh, hold on, I'm getting some background noise from somewhere.
Oh,
Gotta figure out where that's coming
no,
from.
it's kind of
Okay.
more different for me. My main account, I'll post like all events that happen with me. Like if I go to a party and I take pictures, I post it on my main account. My other account, I only have one person following me, and I don't post nothing.
So you're okay with moving how you normally move on your main account.
Yeah.
That's because you don't be doing nothing though.
If someone doesn't like what I post, I really don't care. It's just of
No.
me.
No, I just mean like you're not not to say, ladies, don't take this the wrong way, other ladies, but I don't think that you are doing things that you might want to keep low key,
Yeah.
as opposed to someone else that might be doing things that they would like to keep more low key, and that's their business. It's their life, is their privacy, right? And you
Yeah.
should be able to control who has access to you in whatever capacity or arena. But I think that, like, do you get? I want to concentrate on Heaven for just a minute because she's a little younger than these two. They're about to graduate. Um, but do you feel that they're, based on like what you see out of social media, Heaven? I know you're not. You said you don't post a lot of stuff, but do you feel, as someone who doesn't, like, your life isn't so much a part of social media? Do you feel like um, there's pressure there, or that you're looked upon as a certain way because you don't necessarily do what the majority of the other kids do?
No, I
No.
feel just fine. Like it's because like most of the time I'm either doing work or I'm laying down doing what I like. I don't, I don't like posting everything that I do because like not everybody needs to know. I only
Mhm.
like posting like birthday events or me just going to family events. But then again, I don't take a lot of pictures for that either, and I don't post all of that. So like I don't really care. I don't. I myself don't like putting on posting a lot of personal pictures. So no, I don't feel like pressured.
Okay. What about? I have a good question here. Let's talk about start, stop, and continue. We did a show a couple of weeks ago called Stop, Start, Continue, Stop. Did I say it in the right order, Tiffany?
Start, stop, continues.
Oh, I said it backwards.
Yeah. So start doing this, stop doing that, and continue doing something.
Okay, so yes. So I want all three of you guys to answer this. What should, as far as improving the relationships between young men and young women, in your opinions, what should, let's start with start. What should the young men start doing? What are they not doing that they should definitely start doing?
Communicate.
Oh, Jaylee with the cosign. So communicate. All three of you think the same thing? Is there, come up with something else?
Limit relationships. Like not because like so many dudes have like so many relationships with everybody, but like not everybody your friend.
That's funny because they said the opposite. Well, at least the guys we had on, they don't like dating multiple women.
But at the end of
Well, that's how you know. You know they date multiple women when they say that.
the thing,
So you said they was lying. They was lying to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we know
yeah,
it's a mix of people.
yeah.
It's a mix of people.
Boy, don't nothing change for.
Do you feel like dating multiple people at one time? Do you guys do that? I know, actually, only one said he's one to one. Like, he dates one girl at a time.
One said 1-to-1, another one said he couldn't do it. Like for him, it was like
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. I think
Oh,
Jaden said that.
I
see,
could
like you.
I could date one person, but not. Never mind. Never mind.
I can't.
no, no. Go ahead, and say it. Go ahead, and say it. Go ahead, and say it.
Okay, I could date one person, mind you. If I like date, I'll lock in. But like, if I'm not dating you, then I'll talk to multiple people. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll talk to multiple people.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
You trying to bet them and see who gonna move
Yeah,
up to the.
you gotta find out who gonna step up. Dating is about who gonna, apply that pressure.
All right, Heaven, did you want to chime in with what they should start doing?
Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay.
Can you say it again?
Yeah, I just said, would you like to chime in as far as what they should start doing?
Like I said, like control your relationships. on it, like, cause like so many dudes like have so many relationships with these girls, even though they have girlfriends or they talking to somebody. I only talk to like three guys, but they're all my friends. All three of them have girlfriends, and like that's it. I don't talk to nobody else, and everybody
So
else
just
is
everybody ain't for everybody, right? Are you
yeah.
feeling like okay? I get what you're saying. All right, Jay Lee,
Hmm.
what do they need to start doing that they're not doing right now?
I really I was about I mean I agree with her, but I mean I can't really agree because I do the same thing.
You what?
I
Oh,
do the
Jay.
same thing. So I can't really say, I mean I
So you
agree
date
with
multiple people at one time.
I mean I don't date. No, not date, but like but as she said, like talk. If I'm not locked in with you, or like we're not talking, like we're talking, but we're not like fully locked in, then I feel like I could talk to whoever I please to talk to.
Hey, you should. You that's allowed.
Okay. What about stop? What
What
should
should men
they?
stop doing?
Yeah.
Cheating.
What? Ooh.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Cheating.
I just
Girl,
like I'm
lady girl,
sorry, but like somebody just had to throw it out there.
I don't
I'm
think they're gonna
sorry.
stop doing that.
You
Mine is
said stop what?
Cheating.
Cheating.
Cheating?
Yeah.
Cheating.
Oh.
mine is
Oh, you don't got nothing to say. You just like,
Hold
oh,
on. Hold on.
okay.
Let's keep it a buck. Do y'all ladies do you know of ladies that cheat on their man?
yeah.
Who's more likely to
Mhm.
cheat, girls or boys?
Boys.
boy.
They are so easy. Like,
But I feel like boys cheat, but then I feel like when a woman cheats, it's because they already know and they want a revenge. That's what I think.
yeah,
So what you're saying is you don't think that women are really the ones to initiate the cheating
No.
behavior. So when they do cheat, actually, it is because they have already been cheated on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Leading
So
the
they feel
witness.
like
Leading the witness.
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Yeah.
You are leading the witness.
I'm just saying. It makes sense to me, actually.
It
Makes
does.
a lot of sense to
I feel
me.
like it's the man's. Like it be the man's, and then if the woman cheats, it's because they already know, or because yeah, they already
She
know.
They
checked out
already
the
They
done.
relationship.
yeah.
Is cheating a deal breaker?
Yes. If you cheat on
Uh,
me, it's over.
it's over. No, like no conversation about it or nothing. Like there's nothing they could do at that point. I know that's right.
No, there's nothing. It's, you gotta go. Bye. Bye. Have a nice day.
Don't let the doorknob hit you.
Don't let the doorknob hit you. Oh, okay. I love that. Um, that's actually surprising coming from the younger generation. I don't know. I just feel like you guys would be a little bit more forgiving than that.
Yeah, y'all cutthroat, boy.
I
Y'all.
know, right?
Mm-hmm.
What should
Okay.
they continue? What should guys continue to do? I love to hear this.
What are they doing right that they should keep doing?
Hmm. Let's
Giving
let's think
attention.
about that for a second.
Giving
So they
attention.
they give attention. Well, okay. Are we all in agreement of that, or is that like a nah? I don't know. They gotta be doing something right. That's it. They just give attention. That's it.
Yeah,
Mm.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, let's okay.
This is
Look.
quite telling.
My boyfriend, I don't know about the other dudes. Okay, so my boyfriend, he's good at giving me attention. He texts me. He makes sure that I'm okay. What else he do? Also, he give me some snacks.
And he does what?
Give me some, give me some
He,
snacks.
he gives you snacks. I know that's right.
Yeah, he
That's
I
gives
a
me
love
know.
language
accountability.
right there. That's a love language.
Right. You can't go wrong if you feeding me. Like,
Yeah.
Cause you greedy, Carolyn.
I know I am. Everyone knows it too. That's okay. Feed me, please. I ain't finna ask for nothing else. you know? All right, so we got show attention. What else?
Feed me snacks.
That's part of showing attention.
Oh, okay.
Being
So
supportive.
that's all they do, huh? That's it. That's all they can continue doing. They don't do nothing else good.
Being supportive.
Mm-mm.
We
Okay.
are we are doomed.
What?
I could be
No, we're gonna talk solutions in a minute. We're gonna try to figure it out.
I could say supportive. I could say they can really be supportive.
Okay, all right, good. I like to hear that. Good.
Give them that. They're supportive.
Okay,
Okay.
because I'm close to being. Let's just throw everybody away and start all over. Because this.
It's a lot. It's a lot happening here. So they're being supportive and they are showing you attention and affection. Anything else they should continue doing that they're already doing?
Do
Well,
they dress well? Do they?
So take care of their hygiene. Oh
They
my
do take care of the hygiene.
well, and you got to look like you have to smell well, and you have to take care of yourself.
so
You know
are they
that's
doing
funny.
that or they're not?
Yes, some people do that. Some people need to start doing that.
That is
Ah,
wild to me.
these folks act like they don't know what water is, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but like,
Boys and their
how do you want to be around somebody like that? Like,
yeah.
you don't just say, "Oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I can't, I don't know, I can't force nobody
See,
to do."
maybe we need to bring back jokes and cracking on people because if you came to school in my town funky or not, like you got, man, they tore you up.
You wrote
Send you home crying.
right.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, nowadays I just feel like there's such a lack of being able to manage emotions in ways. I just think that that would cause a lot of problems, like fights and stuff
You
in our
should. I'm gonna
environment.
burn you up. You come to school looking funky, cause then you go home crying. You won't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Too early in the morning. Sometimes it be too early in the morning or too hot, and you smell it like that. Yeah, no, you got to
Oh
go.
well,
yeah, man. What?
okay, so when
No.
someone's not smelling well, do you let them know they're not smelling well?
I'll pull them to
Yeah,
the side and be like, "Hey, friend,
get
Ah,
some deodorant if you need some upstairs.
friend,
So
friend,
you
let
at
me
least
help
let
you
them
out."
know. Don't let them be walking around smelling funky, and they don't. Maybe they don't realize it.
But some
We,
people we do tell them, and some people actually don't care
they
either.
just don't care. Come the
Yeah.
next day, smelling like the same thing they smell like yesterday. Like,
Okay.
oh no.
Well,
it seems like it needs to be a
right, right.
PSA.
Maybe we need to do some type of town hall on this, ladies.
You
uh,
know, and no, and the responsibility is not always up to ladies. It's up to us men to really school these young men because let's just take women out the equation. You can't go to work funky.
mhm.
Like you can get fired for not being clean. So it's bigger than just how the opposite sex receives you. You cannot be out in society funky.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
This is true. Um,
How you look, smell, and take care of yourself says a lot about you and a lot about how you feel about
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
and,
So
and I'm glad you brought that up, Jay, because that's a good point. I'm constantly talking to them about like how they move and how that equates to like once they get out into society. Because right now they're within the structure of school, but in a few short months they're going to college, they're getting jobs, they're going to be doing in another type of environment that they're not necessarily used to now, and everything that they do could negatively impact their job, like showing up late or, you know, out of dress code at work, cussing your boss out, So not being able to manage your emotions when you're upset. These are all things that like these are all skills that transfer out into the real world. I mean, you should just be moving correctly anyway, but I think that what the young people sometimes struggle with understanding is why it's so impactful. It's like you said, take away how the opposite sex is looking at you. Like these are things that could really negatively impact your life and your livelihood. So they are important to be taken very seriously. I want to do a little shift for the last little bit of time that we have because I want to focus on music. Because here's the thing, I know that we like to listen to what we like to listen to. How do you guys feel like music influences behavior? Um, the behaviors that you guys see at school. What are some of the negative behaviors that you see at school between men and women, or just girls?
Do y'all see a lot of Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion behavior, or do we get some Rihanna and some Beyonce?
No, we
What
get
we get?
Sexy Red, we get Megan Thee Stallion, we
We
get
go real.
all that. We get all of the above.
And how do y'all feel about that?
It's sometimes it's kind of like not disgust, but it's kind of like disappointing. Like as a female, like you're calling yourself a hoe, and as a female, you're calling yourself this and this, but like
And
you're a
you
young
pop
female.
locking and dropping it.
Yeah,
No.
like
Mm-mm.
you're like that's not cute at all.
And do the young men end up kind of repeating or calling you all the same thing because of the music?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
yes.
That's
mm.
that's unfortunate.
Mhm.
Do you guys?
Hold on, before you go, I need all three of y'all to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all listen to Glorilla, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, all them, and do y'all be rocking to it when y'all hear the songs? Be
Sure
honest.
do.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like one of
Glorilla
each
my girl
song. That's
too. I
it.
love me some Glorilla.
So in one sentence, in one sentiment, we say what they're saying is not cute, and we don't like the way we're portrayed as women. But in the next sentence, you're supporting the music by listening to it and dancing to it. The message that you're sending to anybody outside of us is that it's hypocritical. Yes, you're saying it's disrespectful, but you like it. And so what you're saying is it's okay to disrespect me.
Have you guys thought of it that way
No.
before?
Mm,
I
Mm-mm.
mean, because I'm this. I mean, and I, as a much older woman, I did the same thing. So it's not like you're bad for doing this, right? We're just like making you aware. And I think especially it's going to take young people to kind of help influence each other because y'all are just the younger generation is just so full of followers, like just followers on social media, just followers. They're not enough leaders. So I think that there's a way to kind of enjoy music, but not necessarily be supporting the twerking or the singing the lyrics back to someone or calling people the names that they might hear in the lyrics. Because I can listen to Sexy Red all day too. No, not Sexy Red. Sorry, I take that back. No, 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 no Sexy Red. But I got no. But I do have some Meg songs on my playlist. I do have
Man.
some Gorilla songs on my playlist, and it's kind of like some of the messaging that they send is like, oh, bump these men, like I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna get, I got this and that, and I can have all these men and whatnot, all these kind of things that are not necessarily positive things. But also in some of their music, they're telling stories that I think people can really relate to. Um, so I think that to try and put yourself in a box and say, well, I'm not going to listen to Glorilla because she has a song talking about shaking ass or something like that. Excuse my language. Whereas, she also has a song about perseverance. Um, which she does have a song about perseverance that I actually like. That song,
But I bet you that's not a popular song.
that to your point, is probably not. It's probably not a popular song. So how can we, as young ladies who are very beautiful and respectable and have good heads on our shoulders, how can we help influence the people around you guys to kind of maybe not move in that manner? Do you have friends that act like that? Everybody got a ratchet friend, at least one.
Yep.
At least one.
Ah!
Everybody got at least one ratchet friend. So how do we, when we're with our ratchet friends and they're doing ratchet things, how are we responding to that?
Mm,
Are we doing it too? Are we saying like, girl, y'all need to stop that? Or like, what are we? Are we just
I just look at her crazy. I'm like, are you cool? Like, are you cool? That's it.
You need that.
how do you think that she would react if you were to say, hey, you don't gotta do all that?
She's gonna be like, you're not like anything to me, so like, why would I listen to you? You know what I mean? Like
I
some
thought
people,
you said it was your friend.
yeah, but like some people don't. It depends though. Some people don't care what people say, so it's like they're gonna do them.
You give them an inch, they take a mile.
Mm,
Yeah, and
Like,
then they're gonna go yell at you talking about something. Yeah, nobody want to hear that.
okay. All right. I have I think one final question. I'm just curious about this. If you guys had to name a TV show that um, portrays Black love as you see it or envision it for yourself, what would you choose and why? Jaylee, you look
uh,
excited.
I would say, oh, my favorite show, Martin. Yes, that's the definition of black love. They, ooh, yes. And then they friends. Yes, I love it. Ain't nobody go watch that after this podcast.
Okay, so tell me why is that the type of love that you aspire to
Because
have?
like they're very like honest with each other. Like if they like say like they're honest, they communicate with each other. Like if they need space, they'll tell each other that they need space. Or like, if they're in a situation, then they'll communicate it to each other. Like that's the real definition of black love. Like I love that show.
You know what I like about that relationship is they seem to be really good friends, right? Like they
Hmm.
seem like yes, they're together, they're romantically involved, but they seem to be like just really love hanging out with each other. So I think that's a good one. I like that answer because I feel like that's the kind of love that I kind of aspire to have as well. Just like somebody that's my best friend, but also we're such good friends we can communicate with each other. All right. What about you, Heaven?
um, I would say Moesha, cause it shows like a teenage girl making mistakes, learning from them, building a relationship with her family, with her friends, and it just like shows the real life of a teenager.
Okay. I like that. Ashley,
I would say all Americans.
was it called All American?
All American, yeah.
What do you? Okay, I like that show. What do you? How? Why does that? What about that show makes you think about Black love or its
It
portrayal?
reminds me of Spencer and Olivia, and then Jordan and Liv. Like the way they have their relationship in between their group. Like they
Mm,
still all friends, really good friends, but they're like, yeah, they know how to keep their relationship as as friends. If they don't work out, they're still as good friends.
I like that. So you're saying that what you kind of connect to with that is their ability to remain close friends
Yeah,
despite whatever type of who's involved with who romantically. Because I don't watch it anymore, but I know there was some swapping
It
going
was
on
a lot.
in the group. I do know that. Like some people were dating this, and then you're dating this one, and they're all
But at the
friends.
end, they're like still close friends, and they're still together at the end. So
No, I think friendship matters. Do you ever think about when you are dating someone or starting to get to know someone, how important is friendship in that decision? And I say that to say, when I was your age, I had a boyfriend, and like I dated him mainly at the time. I was attracted to the way he looked, and he was smart. Like, and these are good qualities, but I never in my mind thought, are we good friends? Like we got along, but like I never focused on friendship as the foundation or basis of a romantic relationship before. So I was just wondering if is that something that you guys ever think about, or is it just like, oh, he's cute and he makes me laugh, and he's got good hair, as Jay Lee said.
I
I
feel like you gotta be like either way. You gotta be friends with the person you talk to. Like you gotta. How can I put this? Like y'all gotta be friends anyways. So like get to know each other. Like y'all ain't gonna be strangers. Y'all
Hmm.
ain't just going to be two people that just talk. So y'all gotta be friends before y'all can actually hit that stage and
I feel like when
I
you
want
like,
to be in a relationship.
I agree because when you like, first you become friends with that person, so you actually see how that person is, or the way
Hmm.
that person does around you, and then maybe later on, like y'all feelings go into like romantic way.
That's interesting. I just certainly didn't have that mindset at 18. So I find it really interesting that you guys have that. Heaven, did you want to chime in?
Um, no, I was just like, it's just like, I just know like my relationship. We were friends at first. Like yeah, we were friends for like a year, and then we started dating. But I just like what they said is like you have to be friends, get to know each other before you start dating, and it's because like you gonna be with this person, so obviously like you got to get to know them, and then sooner or later you're gonna treat them how like you treat everybody else that you're close with.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I feel like sometimes, when you're like friends with somebody, I feel like sometimes they need to stay as friends because this person who I used to talk to, we was best friends for 3 years. But when it like our feelings actually came, I feel like we both was confused because the way we was treating each other like really good until like till like afterwards we stopped like that. What we had going on is like damn, we messed up our friendship because we wanted something that it should have just stayed as friends. Now, like till now is weird. Like now it's like damn, we don't have as that best friend relationship that we used to have because we put our emotions that we thought it was there.
Don't ever be afraid to meet somebody and recognize that maybe this person is better as a friend than as a lover.
Hmm.
That is okay. And people will question, well, that's y'all are close. Why don't y'all get together? Sometimes that's just not what the reason this person is in your life for.
Yeah, sometimes it's just better to stay as friends.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
okay.
And I would definitely say thank you for sharing that, Ashley. I think that a lot of people have experienced that before. I know I certainly have. So I can definitely understand that. And that's a lesson that a lot of people learn in life. So maybe it's good that you learned it, already, because now moving forward, you can have a better discernment of who needs to stay in the friend category and who is somebody that you can maybe move forward with in a romantic type of situation. All right. Well, I am going to give everyone some last minute time for last minute thoughts or things they want to share. And then Jay, you close us out. So, Heaven, did you have any last minute things that you wanted to share or advice you'd give, other young ladies your age as far as love and relationships?
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay. Ashley, what about you?
Y'all don't be with the broke.
Don't what?
Don't be with the brokies.
The brokies.
Yeah, don't be with the brokies,
Wait a
y'all.
minute.
Isn't everybody broke at that age?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. How much is it? How much does a man need to make right now for you to get with them? What's the requirement?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Nah.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Okay, all right. We were told the other week you gotta be making like $80,000 to get with a young lady.
Oh,
In high
Yes, you
school?
missed that. In high school, that's what the boy said.
Tiffany,
No,
when I tell you,
I feel like it doesn't matter. I feel like it does not matter how much that person makes. I just feel like if you really care about that person, money shouldn't matter in your relationship. And if that person actually needs help with money, then you should be kind enough to help them out. Because what if you was in that position, you wouldn't want somebody to help you out.
I think some
Gold
older
right
women
there.
could carry that sentiment.
Oh, absolutely. The young ones have certainly taught lessons these last couple of episodes for sure. And I think that's the beauty of having them on the show. I think sometimes we need to get back to that youthful mindset that we had when it comes to thinking about like relationships and dating and like get less out of our heads. I think a lot of times as we get into like later stages in life and we've had some experiences and some disappointments that we have a tendency to kind of like get in our heads about things. But I love that. Tiffany, did you have any last minute words or advice for the young ladies?
I'll just say continue to have faith in relationships. This is practice makes perfect. The more you can experience, the better person you can become, and you'll be ready for that relationship that is really meant to be. You'll be a better person, and hopefully on the other side, that person will be for you too. So don't give up. Just keep practicing.
I love that. I would just say, well, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for coming on here and being open and honest with us and willing to share your stories and your perspective. I feel like we learned a lot as far as advice and relationship. Okay, I can tell you what not to do. Okay, so I am your go-to person for do not do this. Anything like that, I can tell you. But as far as relationships, like honestly, focus on yourself. You guys are still young. You can have a relation. Don't give me them eyeballs. You can have a relationship. There's nothing wrong with having a relationship, but also in order for you to have a healthy relationship, you need to be, the best version of yourself. So if you also, while you're growing and learning things, just focusing on being a better person, when the right person comes along, you will be ready. So that's what I would say is just continue to make good decisions, focus on, you know, accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. And I think good things will happen if you continue to do that. Jay, I'm done.
I'm gonna close out with two main points.
Okay.
Yes, you should focus on yourself, but also dealing with and being in love and dealing with another person, it's an exercise, it's a habit. And what I mean by that is that it takes practice. You're never going to get it right the first time, the second time, the third time. I don't know if you ever actually get it right. What you do is you figure out a way to always want to fight for what you want and who you want to be with. And that takes practice. And there's skills in that, right? There's a skill set in understanding and wanting to be with somebody and learning them and how do they want to be loved and how they want to be communicated to. And then vice versa, right? There's that takes time, that takes practice. So my point, this first point is very important, the fact that You're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall out of love. There's gonna be times where you're gonna get hurt, and there's gonna be some times where you're gonna do the hurting. The point is that it won't kill you. You'll keep going, right? But you want to make sure you learn from each interaction, and you want to make sure that you get better at it as you keep going, right? So it's okay. Be vulnerable, be yourself, be all the things, and encourage that out of your partner, and create safe spaces for each other. The second thing I want to tell you is something that a lot of folks, men or women, are not going to tell you, is that you're more powerful than you think as a woman. If all the young ladies in your high school told all the men that if you don't go to the library once a week to read a book, we're never going to get with you, I promise you, those young men will be in the library every week reading a book. You're more powerful than you think. You have more power than what you may feel or what society may tell you, what the media may tell you. Women run the world, but we tell you you don't. But what ends up happening is that some of y'all believe it and some of y'all don't. So there's a division. And so maybe you may not like something a guy does, but that guy is only doing something that somebody does like. So I'll use sagging pants. I hate when young men sag their pants. Now, some young women don't like that, but there's always a young woman that does. And so men are only gonna do what somebody told them looks cute. And so if I know that I'm told that what I'm doing is cute, I'm gonna keep doing it. Now I know as a man that every woman likes it, but I know at least one or two. But if all y'all got together and said, no, that's not cute, we would stop doing it. So understand your power as a woman and what you do have control of, right? Because nobody else is gonna tell you this. You're not gonna hear it from other men, you're not gonna hear it from other women, you're not gonna hear it from the world. But you do have power. Use it for good. With that said, I appreciate Heaven, Jay Lee, and Ashley coming on the show. This has been very enlightening. This is their first time on a podcast. Y'all did wonderful. We had people chiming in, listening. They loved the feedback. They loved the comments. We loved y'all coming on. Tiffany, always a pleasure. You know what, you're always good on here. My lovely co-host, Carolyn, who puts this together for us all the time. You know we all love, baby, love. And thank y'all for coming on. My tip and talents, thanks for supporting us. This is a very important conversation with our youth. And they've done a great job. And as you can see, some things never change, but we're gonna keep hope alive.
Facts.
Listen, in 2 weeks we are back. Thank you for everybody coming. Holla.
Bye.
Bye.